Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Now we're going to be talking about yet another case that legitimately scares me, and this one is a lot closer to home. Now, when I first heard about this days ago, I just cannot believe that there was somebody that was out on the run for so long. In this day and age where all the information, your personal information, is easily accessible, for some reason was completely hidden from the public view for some odd reason in West Des Moines, right here in Iowa. Now, for those who don't know, my home city is Des Moines, so I know exactly where West Des Moines is at, so it's not that further away from where I'm from, but specifically, this is a case in the Valley Junction area. So this one was really shocking because I came across this at my local news, KCCI to be specific, and it was actually about a man who originally didn't have any rear reflectors on his bike. But then once the cops basically looked up to him, he originally gave the cops a fake name, and then he gave his actual name and slipped up. And what do you know? This is what's really shocking. Here's a clip of it, of what my local news, KCCI, what he was arrested for and caught with right here.
West Des Moines police arrested George Hartleroad last week. They say he was homeless and living near the Valley Junction area. Court records show officers stopped him for having no rear reflector on his bicycle. Police say he originally gave them a fake name, but eventually gave his real name. Once they ran that, they realized he's been wanted by authorities in Wisconsin since 1994. Wisconsin state records say Hartleroad is a convicted rapist in a 1983 case. The Wisconsin Department of Corrections says he served 5 years in prison and later escaped a halfway house. He's been wanted ever since. Hartleroad is now awaiting extradition to Wisconsin.
You guys heard that correctly. He was originally on the run for years, and I mean over 30 years specifically. His original crime back in 1983, out of all years in Wisconsin, of charges of rape. I don't know about you guys, but the fact that a homeless man that was on the run for so long and basically had a fake name out for people to just, go about and act like they didn't do anything wrong after what they did and escape from a prison, live a different life. I don't know what to say. That is legitimately scary to me. And what's really frightening is that this was way closer to home than I thought. Now, as far as I'm aware, I've been to the Valley Junction area before. I actually was recently there last year to try to get my screen of my phone fixed, but they couldn't really do that. But that's besides the point. And as far as I'm aware, I did not see this old man right after I tried to get my phone screen repaired, but that's besides the point. But the fact that there was somebody who was homeless for Lord knows how long, I don't know how anybody can be homeless for that fucking long. I don't know if it was throughout his entire life or what, after being convicted of rape back then, but holy shit. I mean, the man is finally caught and he's arrested and he's being prosecuted again. But what really blows my mind is why did no one in this modern day and age, where all the information, even where police and law enforcement have records of criminal activities that people have done, why did they not look up to see, maybe, I don't know, I'm not going to go as far as say stalk this man, but I don't know, maybe a blood test, or maybe a simple as far as detecting something as simple as detecting his face, whatever, because I'm not sure in my home state where police can really do that. I know in some places around the world where criminals actually, if they can find them, they can just detect their face like that, but I'm not sure if that's really been established yet here in Iowa. But why wouldn't they check on this man before? Has he had other questionable actions right after he escaped from prison? I would assume so, because why would he be hiding his identity for that long? But here's another news segment that KCCI as well did an interview on the teenagers who hung out with this guy. No, I'm not even kidding. This weirdo here for some reason was hanging around with teenagers around Valley Junction. I don't understand why. Maybe it's because I was taught this a long time ago, but stranger danger. Am I saying every homeless person is like this man who is this dangerous? No. I mean, the last person I talked about was an innocent homeless man that was brutally murdered from a psychopathic, autistic young guy who wanted to see what it's like to kill somebody. The point is that I don't know about you, and I know this sounds mean, but I try to avoid areas where there's a lot of homeless people as much as I can, because I don't know what their fucking past is. They could be the nicest person that isn't a criminal at all, but I don't know. I still just stay away from, even just from strangers in general, when you're just talking to somebody. I'm always still worried of what's going to happen to me. That's besides the point. Now, during this interview, this is what was really concerning throughout here.
Tucked behind the railroad tracks.
We just kind of came down here and hung out. It was like a safe place for us to go.
Place where decades of youth from a nearby alternative school in Valley Junction found peace.
It felt like a safe space.
Made to be by a person.
I learned about Greg probably when I was about 14 or 15 years old.
We kind of came across him in his little camp.
One of my friends from Valley Junction took me down there to play poker one day. That he was just like a live off the land, kind of easy come, easy go kind of guy.
Who would grow to become a friend.
He would also allow us at night to come sit around the campfire, and we'd listen to stories that he had.
Like if he found out we were skipping school, he'd get mad and tell us to go back to school.
If we just needed to get away for the night, we could always come down.
It feels like the relationship alone was built on lies, and it kind of just shakes you to the core.
Especially because Amber Case and Alex Colby are also victims of sexual violence.
This is somebody I knew, I trusted, and then on the other side, you're like, wow, this is somebody who I shouldn't have trusted.
Leaving them questioning.
I mean, I guess maybe hanging out with a homeless guy hanging out with a bunch of high schoolers is probably a red flag.
I don't have anything against these people, but my question is, first of all, why are you meeting up with the person? Even as when I was a teenager, I would be very scared to be hanging around in the woods area where there are fucking train tracks there alone. Second, I don't know about you, but this is something I was taught growing up. Maybe this is just me, but if there's an adult and they're hanging around with teenagers, they usually don't have good fucking intentions. Like, seriously, listen, I'm not holding any of these people accountable for anything for acting this stupid, but this is just something that has always bothered me with people. I mean, the guy at the last segment there, well, maybe hanging out with a bunch of teenagers, maybe it was a red flag. Yeah, no shit, Sherlock. I don't have anything against these people, and the fact that the two women were victims of sexual assault before when they were younger, dude, that is traumatic right there. Like, the sad part is that usually people of sexual assault of some kind, they'll usually go up to another person they try to talk about their issues with, whether it's like, I don't know, a family member, a therapist, an officer, or even just a stranger, even like what they were just talking to before for a long time. That person more than likely might not have the best intentions. They're going to victimize that person again, whether it's lying to them, maybe not strictly on sexually assaulting them again, but definitely like not making them trust them later on when they're finally caught for a very dark secret like this right here. I don't know. Whenever I hear stories like this, it makes me have way, way less trust into society than I've already have. And what's more scarier, that it's closer to home than I thought. But what do you guys think? Do you guys think this guy should have been locked up for a long time again? I say fuck yeah. He should have been locked up a lot longer when he was a convicted rapist. So I feel like, the law is so lenient towards people who are rapist or pedophile, but then when somebody gets caught for, I don't know, drugs that they are using, they're usually locked up for a longer time. I don't fucking get it. If you guys like my content, you want to watch more of it, don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you like my channel. And I also have my social media, my art shops on my link tree as well. And that's all I really have. I hope you all are having a great day and stay safe out there. Watch out for stranger danger. Thanks, guys.